travel shortcuts, live to live, not live to survive. Come on, guys, look, gather round, gather round. You know, this is a UK gent. We're back to the motherland, Angola. You know, I'm out there in the trenches with the locals. I'm vibing with them. You know, I'm a part of their community. I'm not an outsider. You know, this is what I was searching for. You know, I wanted to feel like I belong, a purpose, a calling. And then here you go, and here we are having these headaches, anxieties. Oh, the horror, the lovely horror. But then again, Africa can't be that bad. Surely can't get any worse. They said our reputation speaks for itself. Give us 80%. And funny enough, the same bastard that was saying my reputation speaks for itself, that wanted that we agreed on 50%, the carpenter, ended up doing me over. Next day, same thing. Started visiting some family members. Started seeing old school places I used to frequent, and just catching up really with the fam, and just exploring really. And even though I was visiting and checking out the slums out there, it was something breathtaking about it. You know, the views, the scenery, it was quite astonishing.
I'd give you $100. Let's see what you can do. And if I feel I can trust you, then I'll give you more money.
The electrician, sometimes the problem is, like, we had an electrician guy, the one that, funny enough, gave us the contact for the bloody carpenter. He came over and he seemed like he was doing a good job. But then, brother, in a few weeks, we had a lot of electrical issues. A lot of sockets weren't working. Health and safety stuff, you know.
The basics, basically.
Yeah, the switch, the main switch. You had a lot of difficulties. Power cuts, random power cuts. I said, what's going on? What's all this? We called the guy. Oh, nothing wrong. You know, I've done everything right. Don't worry. I had to contact someone else, Jay. Someone else came. Second opinion, I guess. He came to have a look, and he said the guy that done the electric wiring done all of it wrong. He done like a Mickey Mouse job, as we say here. And he said it has to be redone. Everything has to be redone, bro.
Right.
And what I'm trying to say quickly, Jay, sorry to interrupt, mate, is there's issues that you will, underlining issues that is not visible to you. You know, because on the surface, it looked like he done a good job. But in reality, it was a bosh job. You know, he butched it, brother. Bish bosh.
Right. So basically, in a nutshell, the guy has taken shortcuts to do the
There
job.
you go. There you go.
So from learning from all this, the main thing that we need to focus on at this stage, right?
Yes, brother.
Is to make sure that we get the right people for a start.
Yourself.
Right, okay, and you, right? So if you get the right people to oversee the project and get the right people to do the job, right? And then give him some sort of an incentive that if you do a good job, I'll give you extra, for example. 50 quid or 100 quid won't hurt us if it's done a good job.
Yeah.
Right? So that is the kind of incentives we need to give.
It sounds good on paper, brother, but they don't want that, brother. I tried, man. They want 50, they want 8%. They're very funny, man. These bloody African builders, brother. You know, these Angolan guys, they just love money too much, man. They don't want, I hear what you're saying. I wanted that. I was there negotiating with them, brother. Just for me to take that, agree 50, just for me to get them to agree 50% was a challenge. There's many good builders. I guess I heard that they were good. They weren't accepting 50%. They said you need to, they said our reputation speaks for itself. Give us 80%. And funny enough, the same bastard that was saying my reputation speaks for itself, that wanted that we agreed on 50%, the carpenter ended up doing me over. It had a profound effect on me, I have to say. It's like my whole world, my whole existence just came to a standstill. And I just found myself in awe, in a gaze. It's quite the opposite. Usually you take an Angolan person that's pretty much predominantly grew up in the slums, and you take him over to Europe and let him become accustomed to our lifestyle. He'll become infatuated almost, and will become in awe with everything that he's consuming. And quite the opposite with me, being exposed to this, I guess, hostile, less fortunate surroundings and infrastructure and way of life. I became in awe of it. It was something captivating about these views and the scenery and the ambience that captivated me. So I think the key is, the one thing that we can both agree on is, it definitely needs to be supervised. But in terms, mate, I don't know, man.
The important thing is, I think we can work on these two factors now. When it comes to doors and stuff and electrics,
yeah,
we need to ask him, right, okay, how long will it take to do this?
Right. Bold questions.
Number two, you want this amount of money and you're going to bring the doors and the framework. Then you bring your material here first, and then I'll consider giving you the 50%.
Yeah.
Right? Because the material itself would have covered the 500. So that's one lesson we've learned. And the second lesson in terms of electrics, you can tell the guy that if you take shortcuts in this and then it has to be redone again, right, then it's not good for your reputation, and then it's going to cost me money, which I'll deduct from you. Right? So whatever balance you've got left to pay them, and it's not done a good job, then in that case, we don't pay the rest of the money. Because then to rip everything apart, and once it's been plastered, it's very difficult to do again. And then it just cost upon cost, which means that you're doing painting work again, you're doing X, Y, and Z again, and that does not make sense to me. So, right, so say hypothetically we go into a big project,
Yeah.
From scratch. Let's say we do something from scratch that there's got no foundation or anything. Then you have to have your limitations where you say, okay, you want to do the job, you come and do it, but I'll pay you daily. Simple. Not in advance, but daily pay like we do back home. So you need to be firm in that sense and say, okay, you want to do, you come at 8 o'clock, you start, or 9 o'clock, you work till it gets dark, and then I'll pay you X amount per day. All right? So that way he's more inclined to come. And then what we do when you get back home is build a team of good workers that you've already experienced with.
You know.
No, hear me out. So the people that came, they rectified something. The people that came did whatever. Somebody else came and did this. We work with them as a team.
But I want to jump on that. I want to add that on, Jay, because you said big people that have done you right. That's what you're saying in the beginning, right? That have built some kind of rapport with you. You know, they've earned a bit of trust. It's funny how you say that. There was a little rascal in the area, you know, a little kid, you know, operativo. He's like a handyman, so to speak. Little kid, right? Not kid, but he's like, you know, young kid, like 25, 26, 24, hungry. Young man. He came, like, in the beginning of the stage when we were trying to clean up the house, chuck everything out, strip the walls, everything. He was helping a lot, you know. He used to come here, he used to come with a wheelbarrow. Yeah, take all the stuff, clean up. Really good guy, you know. He was responsive. I liked him. His name was Jacob. You know, he was doing well, you know. He earned my trust. He's done 3 or 4 times. He came to the house, done well. I said, okay, this kid's earned my... No, hear me out. This kid earned my trust. Like you're saying, in your point of view, he's a team player. Keep him on the list. Make him part of the team. Okay. The guy that done that's another thing that the guy done. The guy that messed up the ceiling, that done these ceilings that ended up falling. House of Cards, It's Raining Men, Cats and Dogs. That little cheeky git. That guy. I said, you know what? That guy's working by himself. I called Jacob. I said, Jacob, help this guy out to do those ceilings. Yeah, no problem, brother. My cousin lives 2 doors from me, yeah, at the property. She calls me. Oh, you see that guy, that little short guy with the dreadlocks that goes there and helps out sometimes? I said, yeah. Well, he's knocking at the neighbors' doors and stuff and people's houses here, asking them if they want to buy building materials.
Right.
Him and that bloody guy that was doing the ceiling, they was trying to do a little cheeky move where they was selling my materials, building materials, to people nearby, bro.
Yeah, but see, this is the problem you have when you're not directly there supervising.
Cheeky bastard.
Right. Maybe we may need to consider having a security guard at night time or during the day that watches over everything. You know, that is the safety factor that you got to look at.
Brother, the guy denied it. I confronted. I said, what's going on? When I was over there, I confronted. I said, what's going on? Oh, no, they're lying. I said, several neighbors told me that you knocked on their doors and you asked them if they want to buy cement, if they want to buy metal tubes, if they want to buy this and that. Why are you lying? Oh, no, they're lying. I'm not like that. The mentality sometimes, brother. The arrogance, bro.
You see, there's lessons to be learned here, and which you have learned. So what I'm saying to you is that any other projects that you decide to go into, you need to have it on the basis of how we can pay them, like daily pay. Daily pay is the only solution, and you can say, this is my partner, and my partner will only pay on a daily basis. So it says, you do the work, we'll pay you. You're getting fed at the same time. So which means that this is a nice way to do the work. All right. If anybody else says, no, I can't do it that way, I bring my material and I do it myself, then you tell him. Okay,
what about stealing? What about dressing the stealing, Jacob?
Stealing is something.
You can't be there 24/7, Jay. You know, we got things to do.
Tá aqui, só se usou ainda 4 sacos de cimento, tá aí vendo, amor? 4 sacos de cimentos. Mexe já? Ah, ok, vem já aí,
Yeah.
Ok, só se usou 4 sacos de cimento, isso significa que temos 56 sacos de cimento ainda, yeah? Temos 56 sacos de cimento, yeah. Aliás, já tiraram essa...
No words can describe what I felt, but it was a joy nevertheless.
Nem faz isso, meu mano. Meu mano, eu tava quase se cagar aqui, mano. Mas já fiz. Vamos.
Watch this space. Travel shortcuts. Live to live, not live to survive. You know, we're trying. We're getting there. You know, we're getting there. We just need to breathe in and then breathe out. I'm trying to keep my sanity.